I don't know if you guys can see all of that going on in the SLS app, but they are dancing everywhere.
So I'm going to walk forward and I'm going to see if it changes or if they stay present. Keep your eye out for bigger energies, because sometimes if they move, it will also pick up the fragments of light and give form. We've gotten some really big images on there before. So I believe that's going to be, I'm looking to see that I have the tree behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see what happens. I'm coming forward.
There, up on this limb up above.
One here. Energy. So it really doesn't matter if you're working with, and it's a pleasure to find.
Well, come here and take this out of my hand and let's go see what we can discover.
Okay.
You take that and I'll take the bucket.
Okay. Can't forget the bucket. I think they follow us around too because of the bucket. Now, if you notice, if we can capture this again. So I'm going to point right here, center screen. There's two faces between these trees. And what the SLS is trying to do is pick up on the distinction of that shape.
And anything that could form head and shoulders, arms, legs, it will form that.
Yep. So let's walk forward. I don't know if I can watch this and walk at the same time, but we're going to put me here. So I'll something here. See if we can get that on the camera for you. I know it's hard for a lot of people to understand, but all of these things in nature hold energy. And by saying that, what I mean is that everything can be a conductor or something that takes, either way. That can be your energy, that can be the energy of, let's say in this case, nature spirits. It either gives to or it takes from. It's going to be one or the other. A lot of what we don't see are the root systems that run beneath the trees. And they very often, I believe, are sending information. Not just the branches of the trees, but the root system is sending information back and forth, back and forth. Let's see if we got any activity back here.
There's a thump right there. Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm. So I'm getting little blurbs. Here we go. Trying to turn this and let you right up in there. Now those have actual form, like body form, that the light, what the SLS is doing is taking the refractions of light and distinguishing shape. So it's using computer technology, AI, if you will, and picking up on form that it's trained to pick up on. If these were physical people, it would do the same. If Ken were holding this, I walk forward, you would see the same outline on my body as what we are, quote, randomly in these trees.
Well, it's trying to make a stick structure of the energetic field, the energetic body. Here, let me hold that.
Oh, right there.
There's
Right
one of them.
there in front of us. In fact, there's more than one. Now I'm going to step up. I'm going to let you hold that. Wait till you capture it first and see if it changes.
Yeah, several. You can see her stick form as she moved into the screenshot. You got your hand right, he's grabbing your hand.
I can feel it, and I've got goosebumps. And that's the other thing that is important to realize is sometimes when you get showered in what we call goosebumps, what it is your body, your energetic field is feeling another energetic field. And when that crosses, it creates a result, almost an electrical charge to your body. And it runs through your nervous system.
Step off to your left for just a second.
Don't leave. I don't know who it is.
He's right there.
Is this one of the people?
It's one of the young ones. It's about waist or chest high to you.
Quinn? Quinn. Hello, my friend, my little friend. How are you? Practicing. What are you practicing? I feel like he's saying, I want to say staying invisible. He's not really strong with the mind speak yet. I suspect Mama's close. Yes.
There's another tiny one up in the tree behind you, that big tree up on the slope of the hill.
Over there?
Or over there. It's about 12 foot up in the tree. It looks like it's about 2.5, 3 foot tall.
Back here, Duffy is a little more shy. I'll tell you a story. One time I was laying, I'm just watching for a minute as I'm telling. I was laying in bed and I was almost asleep. And there's somebody sitting right here if you look.
I can see a whole head and shoulders in the...
Whole head, the shoulders, it's almost like a no neck effect. A lot of times it's very
hunched over.
Mm-hmm. But one time I was just almost falling asleep. And as I was in that semi-state, I felt this slight tickle, tickle, tickle on my back. And it was just at this place where you can't reach. If you reach over your shoulder and you're trying to scratch your back, and it's just that spot. Well, in this case, I couldn't reach it. Finally, after wrestling around and getting to the right spot, rubbed it, it quit. Waited a few seconds, and then all of a sudden I feel tickle, tickle, tickle. And I thought, this is so weird, because it didn't feel like a bug. It didn't feel like anything that should be creating this sensation. It didn't even feel like a bite normally would. I'm kind of going to pan around a little bit.
I moved out to the side so I could show that that silhouette's not there when you look at it with a naked camera.
Oh, I see.
But as soon as I look at it through that app, you can see the whole energetic shadow.
And this is the way the digital works with some of these energies. It's amazing. But as I'm feeling this tickling, all of a sudden I got the sense of this playful energy. And then I felt on the tip of my nose this tickle, tickle, tickle also very lightly. So as I'm trying to discern what it is that I'm feeling, I'm realizing that Mama's there and that the twins, the babies, Quinn and Duffy, were with her. And Quinn was just ever so lightly touching my back. I don't know if he was using a fingernail or something else, but it was so light that it tickled. And it was the giggling that I heard when my nose got tickled, and I picked up on Duffy that she finally, under Mama's encouragement, had tried it herself. And I sensed Mama apologizing for disturbing my rest, but that she was trying to teach them how to have contact without being physical. And it was fascinating, and I felt honored that she was comfortable with that. And that's the only time that particular thing has happened. But she has been really present with the babies for a while, and I think it's a treat.
Several times back here, past this high spot in the ground, there's cedars that are formed into X's and leaners and things like that, and we've caught several times the young ones back here in this, so bring that around here and let's see if it...
And today it just feels like a day where they're kind of gently trolloping along behind us as they're able. Looking as I'm walking, avoiding limbs. It's tricky business watching all this while we're walking. Oh yeah, we've got a whole party going on back here. Let's see if I can get up here. So, right up on that I'm looking to see this leaner here.
See that big pine tree up in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
Point it up toward those limbs. There you go.
I'm going to keep
I could
raising.
see that without looking through the SLS app. That's why I told you to point it that way. Right up there.
Mm-hmm. Just incredible. There it is. Let's see if I pick up any little bits.
Something peeking out around the
It
sides
is,
of it, or
it's-
it's just the energetic field coming off of it.
And you can almost see all of these energies around it if you look closely. I'm just scanning a little to the left. And I do believe that oftentimes there's a whole something standing. Hang on, let's see if I can catch it again. It's right at the base of that. And sometimes I think these are kind of watchful little energies to keep things away from that may be damaging or to pursue. This is
Oh, there's something over here.
favorite places.
Look,
I'm coming. Oh,
that pillow was way over by where you left the stuff for the
our penis area.
right. And there it is now.
I'm not disturbing anything that's there. Peanut butter jar off to our right. Got trash. Like they play with these things, but there's more. So what I think I'd like to do is leave these little treats here on Sobe's log. And you know, we went kind of heavy through the
His
rocks.
Rocks are still
Rocks.
there. Still there.
They were stacked before, so somebody's playing with them.
Yeah, that's a good 150 yards away from where you left those for the girls.
Mhm. Like I said, I usually, if they move something to somewhere, I don't try to move it. We've got some, you know, our load for the holidays was a little heavy in the sugar department. And I am going to leave a couple of the extras, so there's no dispute. And if Mama sees fit, then they can share with the babies. And some jelly beans. I was considering earlier if sugar would be harmful to Tuuk's behavior, and I very clearly heard him say, "Sugar no hurt me." And I said, well, okay. I wonder if everybody else feels that way, but I don't know of too many young ones that cheese dip. Now you guys are going to fight over that, I know. No fighting.
Thought that would be interesting experiment to try, but
And see
they've
if
got
they
some
like it.
lollipops and jelly beans,
Yeah.
moon pies, and some little cheese dip.
And I've got energies all around this log too, Kim. I feel like somebody's right in front of these bags checking them out already.
It's going to be real hard at the angle that you're
Oh.
holding it because the
Let's
sun
see, yeah.
glare off of it. Have to be more level to the ground because right now it's just picking
Yeah,
up
but
clouds. And
there's all kinds
sunshine.
of activity around the corner of this. Not surprising. Okay, so, you know, I personally would like to thank Mama, but also Tuuk and Lily, especially Tuuk in this case, for his extra activity and his willingness to work with us, because he's taught us a lot. He's taught us about direct request. He's taught us, when he's messed with electronics. And sometimes that's our failure to say, hey, if you could wait until we're finished or something like that, and then it tends to go better. But unless we're clear, and that's, honestly, I think that's a powerful lesson even for us as humans, unless we're clear about what we want and need, it's hard for others to comply and cater to that. But Tuuk is...
He's a 7-year-old boy full of adventure and spunk.
Yeah, and he loves to show off, and he loves to compete with Junior. Lily, she stays close, but she's much quieter. She's a little bit like Duffy in that regard, and she's more than willing to let Tuuk get in trouble, is what I'm feeling and hearing. But she does love the adventure of it, and I do feel that she tries to participate in ways that maybe are not as showy. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here. It's kind of a strange combination to do birthday and SLS, but it was so present and active. It really felt important to show you. And right here in front of us is the mound. And we've got some big energies going on back here. If I can get them to hold still for a second. Come on.
There, right there, dead center. Move to your right slightly.
I saw it. Over here.
By that tree.
And here, they're kind of around it. I'm going to walk up a little bit closer. Okay. First time I picked the people up on SLS, so fast. It didn't scare me in a bad way, but I just was not expecting stick figures like that to show up. But what it's really, really tricky. Okay.
Look up from your phone.
So we have a bear. I've never seen this bear before, I promise you. Who does the bear belong to, please? Lily. Well, Lily, I don't know where you found this bear because it's not ours, so I know it's not from the house.
They found it somewhere, she has.
Looks like it's
look
had
at
some...
all of this pressed and printed down right here.
I hear my favorite bear. It looks like it's been... Is that pick it up, Lily? Of course, okay. I don't know, it looks like it's had some kind of water exposure or something because there's a little bit of algae or a little bit of green on it. Can you see that? This poor little foot is torn.
Yeah, that's not anything we've brought back here.
No, I've never seen the bear, but I am going to leave the bear. So, they're forever finding and exploring, and they are not limited.
It's just like Junior with the empty pop bottles and cans and stuff.
Each one has something that they like. But with that said, I'm going to wrap this up and hope to see you very soon. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully get these live sessions going again, and think of your questions. Just know that it's really difficult in the scroll of the live session to keep track of them because every time one is entered, I lose the one that's at the top of the page. So hopefully we can find a way to manage that a little bit better. Never feel like I'm intentionally neglecting or ignoring anyone. and have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.